Oh, good afternoon. Hey, I feel like y'all caught me in the middle of doing something. I don't know what it is. Happy Monday. Welcome to Malcolm and Greg and Malcolm. Let's wait a minute. Alphabetically, I'm first, so let's just call it Greg and Malcolm. Okay. We always follow and trying to figure out what the name is, but we need to come up with a placard and an actual thing. It is Monday, year of our Lord, October the 6th, 2025. Y'all, this year has gone away. Wait, Malcolm, before I go any further, can we discuss your shirt? Can we discuss your shirt, please? I love this. I love this. It screams vacation.
It is. It's very aloha. You know what's so funny is that it is like the stereotypical fat guy shirt, Like it was one of those shirts that like John Candy would have worn in some like thing somewhere. But like I like it, like fat guy shirts.
I love that. I mean, you like the tall quagmire. I like this.
Yes, yeah.
Giggity, I love that. Well, welcome, friend. It's Monday. You okay? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I would like it now. I'd like to make an announcement, if you would.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for your viewing and listening pleasure, we have now on the internet. Okay? We're on the internet. We've been on the internet before.
It only took us 30 years,
4 or 5 years, maybe. No, 10, right? It took us 10 years. Now you can go to www.youtube. I'm so used to saying that. I'm sorry. Now you can go to www.mailmediamindlive.com and get all your favorite content right there. No more searching and wondering and like, oh my gosh, where are they? There we are. So I'd like to say to my streaming team over here, www.mailmediamindlive. Don't forget the live part. You'll get something else. I don't know what that is. But live.com. So as we do each and every Monday, we sit here and we talk about things that are good morning, Mr. Calvin, afternoon. We talk about things that was coming up shows because if you want more of Malcolm, he will be back Wednesdays at 7 p.m. to give you the hoo-ha-ha and the brouhaha.
Yeah, I do a lot of topics, but also spiritual and mental health stuff.
Yeah, he made me think too much last week, and I meant to go in his house and leave candy corn on his porch, but
I forgot. Depressed enough or drunk
we
enough.
Are. Yeah. Oh, really? And that's what it is? Okay. We are back in the candy corn debate season again.
So if you see me eating candy corn, be concerned. Just say
no. So listen, apparently through the whole cast and the whole company that Swag and I are the only one that love candy corn, and we catch shit about it, John.
Yeah.
Every season, corn season, John's like, "Oh man, that's right. You and Swag like candy corn, like leprosy."
That's the thing. Like, I don't necessarily hate it. It's just like it's weird that you like it.
I mean, and so you know what's funny? I eat it one time a year. I get one small bag, and that's it. Because it is diabetes, baby. Let me tell you, it is diabetes. Sure. I am little diabito when it comes to that. So busy, like the government is still closed. 5 days, 16 hours, and some change.
I saw something really interesting because the government's closed, but it's really hard to say what is still going on and what's not. So, like, I saw someone, actual mutual friend of ours, going to get surgery at the VA hospital this weekend.
Who was it?
Christian. Fraser.
Oh, my friend.
Yeah.
That's considered essential.
Yeah, and I was just saying, like that is kind of crazy, because I was just saying, like, getting a surgery at the VA hospital while the government is shut down.
I don't know if I want that. I don't know. I promise you.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I would want that.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, well, that's
like, can it wait?
I mean, if you gotta have surgery, I mean, you can't wait, and it'd be worse.
No, I mean, but like, if it's one of those things that if you could wait, like if it's
right,
I don't know.
Yeah, because
gallbladder surgery. Right? Can you wait on gallbladder surgery?
Yeah, I don't know what surgery.
Well, if it's something that you could wait on, I would wait.
Right.
On period. I don't know. I don't trust it. Our government is on some bullshit. So
Yeah.
so yes. So thank God the Democrats that grew a pair. And just in the case our audience is like, well, what is the standoff? The standoff is, you remember that big beautiful bill that nobody likes because nobody read it, and when they did, even the people that voted for it were like, oh, you're right. So
I think we were all kind of surprised that it even passed because there were so many Republicans who were against so many parts of it. But
well, because they knew this was coming, Malcolm. They knew.
Yeah.
And you know, so by now I thought America would turn on the Democrats, but they are not. I am proud of you, America.
Yeah, that's true.
You're going to get a treat, America. I'm going to give you a treat. I'm going to pull up my shirt and show my nipples. No, I'm just kidding. No. But it's I thought about you in my thought process because, you know, Saturday night I started thinking about Monday's show. We need a life. That's what we need. We need a vacation. That's what we need. You know, we do a lot of broadcasting and a lot of show producing. We do. And like, I don't remember the last time I called you just to say, hey, what the fuck what's going on? What you read? What? I think about that.
We are gonna have a little break this weekend because
because I got shit to do. That's not a break.
That's true. That's not a break for you. It's a break for me. And Swag is gonna be out of town, so there's no.
Well, he's gonna be fucking high rolling. Yeah, you know what I mean. So the fucking Vegas. You know,
to see his bag on the strip.
listen, and so you know, but so it is a good time to go to Vegas because Vegas is doing bad, so everything is cheap. You know what I mean? Like, they voted for Trump and they thought, you know, he's going to bring something back. He brought nothing back. So speaking of Trump, and so we are day 5. I think it's like 16 hours and 28 minutes. There's a ticker on CNN. So I'm close. If I'm not on, I'm close. So it was when I left the gym a couple hours ago. It was 5 days and 13 hours and blah 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 blah. So whatever it was. Okay. But I want to tell you what I was thinking about in this time, because this is the partial period. Let me explain how this works. We're in the partial period where essential services kind of keep going. You know, shit we love, like national parks, all that's closed. Like, you know, you wanted to take your kids to Yellowstone, fuck seeing Yogi Bear because you can't. Nope. Not going. But as the longer it goes on, the more the government comes to a grinding halt.
Right.
And so what happens is the people at like the DMV and shit who are normally not friendly as is are even more unfriendly.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the DMV. Let's try the Social Security office. That's a better synopsis. Because they're working for free. Okay?
Exactly.
Basically. I mean, Trump can't fire them, so they're go ahead.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. There's a few bad things. They said what really matters is when people start missing paychecks. So when you hit 2 weeks and people start missing paychecks, what happens is people will take PTO or they call in sick,
and they can't stop them. They can't stop them.
No, because it makes sense for you to find another stream of income.
Well, bitch, how am I gonna get to work if I can't get no gas in my vehicle?
That too, yeah.
You know, I can't catch the subway.
Straight up survival. Like, you can't pay for childcare, or you can't get to your job. You know, yeah.
Right,
and then you got the president trying to play bluff with the Democrats and saying that we're going to fire people. Now, there is a downside. I do feel that there are certain cuts that, Doge is trying to make that will be easier to make with the government shutdown, because you can use the auspices of the shutdown to do that. The thing is, he was going to do that anyway. Government shutdowns have become pretty common. And so,
in his administration only, he's had 4.
It's been common. It's been common.
I got the numbers. Biden had 0. Obama had 1. Bush 1 had none.
Not true.
Bush 2 had none. Google it. Google it right now. I'm telling you. I went and looked because I'm telling you that is the numbers. Trump has had 4. Obama's had 1. Biden 0. The first Bush 0. The second Bush 0. Now I think Clinton has had 2. But this has only became a thing in the Bush and the Trump years.
I was going to say that whether there've been shutdowns, I don't know, like what people consider a shutdown, but like, it's not that uncommon. Like almost every October, we at least come to the brink.
Well, now
for the past like 30 years. But what I would say is that I don't think I've ever seen someone more interested in it happening. And then on top of that, there is still the nuclear option, which people don't talk about, which is getting rid of the filibuster. I don't think either side wants to get rid of it, but that is a thing that senators can do.
They're not getting rid of it.
They're not, probably. I mean, if they would have, they would have done it by now.
They would have done it a long time ago, party people. Let me tell you, there were a lot more good reasons. And so,
I'm just saying that
good reasons.
Trump and the Republicans now have run through a lot of precedents. They have destroyed what is normal. So, like, under normal circumstances, I would agree with you that they wouldn't do it.
But they don't have the numbers to get rid of the filibuster. So that's why I can say that confidently. They can't even keep it open, much less the filibuster. So that's why I can say that with confidence. But that's funny that you brought that up, Mark, because I was going to talk about that. That was my next kind of topic was how we look at these kind of what if you look at it in a rear view mirror, this would be catastrophic for other people's presidencies.
Right.
This is the 4th government shutdown in both of his presidencies. Okay, and they were 2 years. They were 4 years apart, which is the shit show because he had 3 his first term, and this is not going to be it. This is not going to be. We're going to have more because this is his way of when you don't know anything, you don't know how to negotiate. Just like this morning, I saw this thing, and what had me digging into the presidential thing was this Caucasian lady. Let's just say that. I want to say other words, but this Caucasian lady challenged me, and she said, "Oh, we didn't say anything when Obama closed the government down, or when I said, honey, that was one time over healthcare. How your titties doing? Your titties okay? You got titties? They okay? Thank you, Obama. That's why the government shut down over healthcare, honey. Thank him for that." He says, "Well, Trump's the better." No, Trump's not a better negotiator. Well, how do you know that? And then I sent her the stats. This bitch blocked me. And they stop having arguments with me when we all have a Google button.
Yeah.
Stop that shit. So I really but to get into like the brouhaha, like I went because people asked me questions online. So I went, your financial aid is fine throughout the rest of the year. The schools are funded throughout the year. Now that's the other thing that they're trying to avoid is the educational cuts. Because if they don't fund the big beautiful bill, the government has to run as normal. So that is what they're trying to. And this is terribly unpopular. Another statistic I ran into, Malcolm, 77% of people, the self-identified MAGA people, don't blame the Republicans for the shutdown. That is a problem.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're willing to tell a pollster that they are.
This is the funny thing. I heard someone use the metaphor of, a sports fan who has a team that sucks. And this person, he was from DC, and so he was used to being, rooting for the Washington Redskins. Yeah, and just saying
the Commanders, the
Commanders now, right? He hated what it was called at the time because he was talking about back in the day, and and just saying like,
oh, I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, because of all of his associations with going to the games and his family and friends rooting for the team, and it didn't really matter how much they lost, or how racist their mascot was, or how horrible the experience was actually at the stadium, because it's like, this stadium is actually
because it was old and rickety, and I can't
And it
tell
was
you
like
how many times I fell and bust my ass. I'm just telling you, just nobody cared.
So he was just like, yeah, you might not like it, but you ain't all of a sudden become a Cowboys fan, Like, this is kind of the way politics has gone now. Like, people are not finding out. They're fucking around, but they're not going to find out, because it is kind of like sports. In fact, we talk about politics like sports. We talk about whose team is winning.
Yeah.
And people do not switch teams. They don't.
and they won't, but let me challenge this for you.
Yeah. However, there are some former Republicans, very few, maybe like 5 or 10%, who really did become never Trumpers.
And I don't trust them bitches either. I think at any moment they can go back. But let me just share this with you. Like, Brad Raffensperger is now a Democrat.
Yeah.
He famously stood up to Trump and said, "You bitch," and whatever else. But let me also put a ray up. I'm here to bring sunshine, friend. I'm here to bring sunshine and joy to your. Is that pink or red? I don't want to miscolor you.
It's kind of red because it's darker in here.
Okay. So it's reddish pink. Is that flamingos there? I'm just trying to identify this. All right. So those who can hear us and not see us, it's very, it's So yeah, with that being said, is that now I think they absolutely stepped in it. That's because I'm on my 5th. Y'all, can I get a hand clap? Because I am on my 5th profile on Truth Social.
I don't know.
I don't even worry about it, bro. 5th profile on Truth Social. Like, I'm getting through there.
That's funny.
And they, on the not so true social, is what me and some internet folks like to call it. There is something happening, okay?
Yeah.
And it started with the farmers. And then the story on Saturday, 1 p.m. Saturday, sit down with your man, me, the talented Mr. Drayton, and this guy and another guy, some other guys, and we do. No, I'm just kidding. It's Swag and me and Malcolm. We sit around and just laugh at people. It worked. We saw it.
Did. I can see it on my screen.
Yes. Thank you. So my other story is, I was going to follow up with this, is, so there was a man who made a video. There was a man from Nantucket who said, fuck it. I don't know. But there was a man who made this video and says, we have no empathy for the farmers, and the farmers are not getting any help, and you are making this a contact sport when it shouldn't. So a black content creator was like, mother effer. If somebody told you they're going to come to your house, he told you what he was going to do. He told you all this shit was for him and nothing was for you. And now you want, because you didn't have empathy, because you voted for the racism, you voted for the misogyny, you voted for the out hatred. You don't love America. You don't love America because you voted for these things. And so now they are mad. And join me later. I want to talk about this Bad Bunny situation, but as it goes along with this, most black people never heard of Bad Bunny. You know what I'm saying? He's the most popular, one of the most popular singers in the world, and they are losing their mind. Why can't you pick somebody American? Bitch, he's Puerto Rican. But long story short, Puerto Rico is a part of America, in case you did not know. I know school has failed us all. But anyway, so I forgot what the fuck I was saying. So the farmer made this video and says, well, what's happened to empathy? What's happened to the thing? And the content creator says, well, bitch, what happened before, November, when you were supposed to vote with empathy? And he went on to say, I love how the fact that we're supposed to have empathy now when the victim looks like you. But when the victim is what you perceive to be a minority, it's no longer it's no longer that.
It's funny that you mentioned empathy. Like I was listening to a I think it was Vox podcast talking about toxic.
I like those. I like those.
Yeah, I like theirs too. And I
There are
think this
very
was,
few podcasts I listen to other than our own,
yeah.
and that's one of them. Yeah, that's one.
And I think it's called "Explain It to Me," and they were
Yeah,
trying to explain the
it
concept of toxic empathy. And there was a couple of right wing creators. One's a Christian minister, and I think one was just a podcaster. And they both
Mhm.
were talking about how empathy has been used against conservatives to, argue in favor of liberal ideas, and just saying like because Christians are conservative mostly, this is a really great way to convince Christians to adopt liberal ideas. I mean, like it's pretty fucking obvious.
And that is so true, and that
It is.
that is very true.
And so
That's very
now
true.
you got conservative people talking about how empathy is toxic because they use some metaphors which are endemic, but one, they use the metaphor of, let's say you saw someone drowning in quicksand. They said empathy is going into the quicksand and saying I'm here with you, whereas sympathy would be standing on the side and pulling them out. And the person on the podcast was like, well, isn't that like the entire concept of Jesus trying to empathize with humanity by becoming human? Like this is exactly what, like the entire
Right.
blessed are the meek, blessed are the the entire Beatitudes, like is all about empathy. Like y'all are missing.
And Jesus was an immigrant. Jesus was like allegedly. I mean,
was literally talking. I think they probably cut out the Beatitudes because it just blessed are the poor, blessed are the meek, blessed are the hanging out with prostitutes and tax collectors and basically all of the dregs of society. Like that's what Jesus did. I mean, and that's in pretty much every gospel, which I would say
every last gospel says that.
So even the letters of Paul. So I don't get. I mean, I do get it. People believe what they want to believe. I mean, that is at the core of it. We ignore.
I don't know what Bible they read.
Well, that's the thing. We kind of ignore a lot of stuff in there. Like obviously, while people were owning slaves, they ignored all of Exodus. I'm pretty sure. Just like
I keep asking the people, show me this homosexual clause.
Yeah.
It doesn't. In the word doesn't even show up in the Bible until 1948 or 47. Yeah. The Bible has been manipulated even in the 19th and 20th centuries.
Right. I mean, in some ways it was always a little homophobic, but it was mostly
a little homophobic. Yeah, but until I don't know. Yeah. Until people thought they could win elections. Right. On this thing, gay is the old trans. I saw this interview with one of my favorite trans men content creators, and he's very masculine presenting, and he says, "Guess what, y'all? I'm gonna be in the bathroom with your wives. Good luck." People are shitting their pants because he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah,
and he was I'll be in the bathroom with your bitch. Good luck. She might not come back. Love that for them. Let me know. We got some comments up here.
Okay.
Good afternoon to you too. Find me. Good afternoon, you Pop-Tart lover, Mr. Collins. The button-down Hawaiian shirt is a fat boy staple. Oh, I'm jealous. I want one. I love candy corn too, so you guys are know. Thank you, sir. I am not alone. Candy corns with us. Thank you, Michael Jackson. Hello, Mr. UK Top Daddy. And so speaking of that, I dropped some videos that just made me laugh. Malcolm, I sent a bunch. You can play.
Yeah, let's get into some of these. I don't know which order to go, so I'm just.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, let me just click,
bro.
Speak English or get out of my country.
Young people can feel better protected from their image or identity being abused through non-consensual or intimate imagery of I and C.
What? You know, I almost fell out my fucking chair this
Oh, that
morning.
is hilarious. What the fuck are you saying, girl? Oh god.
Get out of my country! Speak English. This bitch level foreigner. None of his wives were American born except Marla Maples, and she was an accident.
But you know what's so funny is that this is a thing that appeals to even liberal people. I tell you, well, country black folks hate. Okay, so I'll just say it, put it this way. You know, working for AT&T forever, you know, most of their menus have some Spanish option. They're
All of them,
mad.
man.
They're mad that there's just even the option to press 2 for it to be in Spanish. Like, you didn't have to press 2. It's not like the whole menu is in Spanish. It says, if you'd like to speak to someone in English, press 1. And the fact that they even offer Spanish.
What is it, Malcolm? What is it? What's that?
I don't know.
I love it. I love that option. I'm gonna.
The fact that you even had to spend 10 seconds in the menu.
When I get off the phone, I have AT&T. Y'all, when I get off this podcast in 30 minutes, I'm gonna call AT&T. I said, I want the blah blah option, please. Thank you.
But no, I got a video for you that might
Please.
explain why that is. Actually, it's funny that it's coincidental. Here, let me play it.
The key to understanding the world today is in this comic right here. This boomer comic has been making the rounds on Facebook for at least a decade, and it portrays a brave older Marine in a coffee shop where the barista says, "Can I interest you in a soy latte?" He says, "No, just coffee, black." "Caramel macchiato?" "Just coffee, black." "Iced peppermint mocha?" "Just coffee, black." "Frappe?" Now, the first thing you'll notice is that this scenario has never occurred once anywhere in the history of the world. And if you say, well, yeah, but it's just a joke, I'm saying the thing that it's exaggerating has never occurred. But the perception of the world that caused the artist to create this and motivated people to share this millions of times is incredibly important. Because in reality, no one ever took his black coffee from him. Every shop like this has black coffee. He can also get it at any gas station or any McDonald's drive-thru or from home. All that happened is the range of options for other people expanded, and he perceived that as persecution, as his choice having been taken away. This is not political. This is a human nature thing. Most people are not satisfied to simply have the option to live their life the way they want. They also want to feel normal. They want to walk around and see that most other people have made the same choice they made. And if over time they see that their own personal preference has become less popular and even worse, is now seen as being basic or unsophisticated, they will perceive the mere existence of those other options as a criticism of them, even if they've never heard anybody voice that criticism. This is why it's so important for some people to imagine the archetype of the angry vegan. Even though, one, I have never run into one of those people in real life, not even once. And two, meat statistically is more popular now than it has ever been in the history of the world. There is basic psychological comfort in knowing that you're conforming to what the world wants and in the reassurance that that world is not going to change. And this is why it doesn't help to simply tell people you can keep doing the thing you were doing. No one's stopping you from drinking your coffee. Because it's not about the coffee. It's the fear that if everybody else stops drinking coffee the way I drink it, then I will become an outcast. And that is scary to someone who suddenly is remembering how they have always treated outcasts.
Yeah, and I think the point that he's making is that it's not necessarily political, even though it does tend to focus on conservatives, because that is where their sensitivity is. Like, they're sensitive to change, they're sensitive to things being different. Even when no one is taking anything away from them, they feel persecuted. Like, this is something I think a lot of us don't realize, that this entire thing that the racist tropes that Trump is using, you know, it's because acceptance feels like persecution to them. Like, saying that, you know, that you are no longer being persecuted means that I am being persecuted. You know.
I think.
Yeah.
Excuse me one second. I think as a triple, double, quadruple minority. Good gosh, how do I live here? Like I think the thing is you are right, 100%. I don't disagree, but I think when you have always been the minority, you have to get what's served. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like let's say for years, you know, because I was always a cream and sugar cat, right? Always.
Mhm.
And I remember like getting my first promotion at said job, and it was like I sent my first assistant out to get, you know, I'll take cream and sugar. My boss says, real men drink black coffee. I say, I don't like bitter taste. I'm a sweet person. Oh, okay. You know, and that was 30 years ago, right?
Okay.
So flash forward to I like a caramel macchiato upside down, extra sweet with a shot, milk, you know, all whatever the fancy dancy stuff. I need this. And so, you know, it is not, and I tell people all this all the time, it is not my fault that conservatives are strapped or labeled with not wanting to change, because that's what it is. You don't want to educate yourself. All liberals just don't. They want to go to college. Going to college is not bad. Sending your children to school is not bad. Do it. Don't raise another fucking Yahoo generation. And here's the thing about what you were saying is that, dude, we're no longer building things here. We're no longer. So those jobs are going away. I have a really good friend of mine who works at the Big Pringles factory. And it's just, I mean, yes, Lou. He sent me a picture of all the different Pringles around the world. I'm like, fucking yummy, right? Delicious. But I realize how much more of those jobs don't exist. You know what I mean? So I think of the thing that the person in the video was talking about is that they are incessantly denying change. And I think how we got here, and I agree with President Obama. President Obama always says he feels like his election was 10 years too early.
Yeah.
You know, and we got here is because a people that used to be a minority, and believe me, they are quickly becoming the minority. They used to be the majority, and realizing that they're having their privileges. I cannot wait to see post Trump, whatever the party's going to be.
Yeah,
I'm going to turn the news back on then.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because they're going to be fighting for identity. The one thing I can say about the Democrats is they stayed true, basically, to who they were, but they have Reagan would be a Democrat today.
Yeah, Bush
won, Democrat. Fucking Nazi ass President goddamn Nixon would be soft.
Yeah.
You know, because they don't celebrate people who are educated. They don't celebrate smarts. We don't want to know.
Yeah.
Dude, the flu and the COVID
like
is jumping. Yeah, they like.
You don't realize that Reagan actually did amnesty for illegal immigrants, right?
Right, and I was watching this other video. I don't know if I gave it to you or not.
Yeah.
About Chris Chrisley, the reality star.
Mm-hmm.
Got this black guy, helped him get out of jail, but the black guy was a former cop that murdered somebody. This is gonna go badly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like so the Dominique, what's her name, was like, oh, he got this piece out of jail and and it's so crazy that we are, but stay tuned, America. I think the guy is right about what he's saying.
Yeah.
Want the expansion. Just like that's where the Supreme Court is. They don't. Clarence Thomas, with his coon ass, would do away with his own marriage not to include other people. That's how deep, for real, he'll do away with interracial marriage. He'll do away with gay marriage. And he's married to the biggest, fattest white woman. fat ass hog bitch you could ever imagine in life.
Yeah, he's a weird one. Yeah. You know what's so
When he was-
crazy is that he was actually a Black Panther at one
yeah,
point.
now he's a
Like,
slaver for money. It's for money.
yeah, it's weird. He's
And I
weird.
love this picture of Chief Justice Roberts sitting in Ghislaine Maxwell's lap.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. When do we, and I have a question.
Hmm.
Where are the fucking Epstein files? And I'm going to ask that question every goddamn day. Because every distraction that we see, America, out here, every distraction that we see is to distract us from the truth that the fucking prison, the United States, is a PDF.
Yeah.
I can't say the word, but it's a
And also,
PDF.
just a criminal, like a
Is
financial.
a criminal,
Yeah.
and he participated in essays of ensued, and he owes what's her name? What's the writer, E. Jean Carroll, millions of fucking dollars. He's a goddamn Dodge drafter, Dodger, all these things. Play another video.
Okay, yeah, I think this one was shot outside Bulldogs. Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, baby, they is up here at the Bulldogs protesting. What's going on? Why? I don't want that. Why is y'all at the Bulldogs doing this?
Hard, not your heart.
We can't.
Many people
We can't come here in peace.
are so hard. And Jesus,
Listen,
Christianity.
we don't come to that church
Many people,
bringing Bulldogs to the church. So why y'all bringing the church to Bulldogs?
many people say that they're saved. They're not even saved.
It's too much going on.
They think that they're
Oh
saved,
no.
but they're not.
Oh no! Don't bring that over here. I like that part.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Oh, so I brought this video because I want to
Yeah.
talk about. There used to be a certain thing called separation of church and state, and it just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I think the closest line that we walked when I was in school was the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mhm.
You know, I think that's the closest that I've gotten to.
Right.
We have, as a country, enjoyed without impunity being able to say, do, feel, and move legally any way we want. There were
Yeah.
laws governing, bad acts or certain things, but it's so. And the reason, and what I ain't gonna say it bothers me because I don't care at this point, is that we must remember we separated from England for that fact that we did not want to be ruled by a monarchy, and there was no correct world beyond, and the fact that we wanted to not be ruled by a monarchy, we wanted to keep the church out of our business.
Yeah.
The Church of England, the Episcopal Church of England, was in everywhere. They were doing everything to everybody. They owned slaves, they owned colonies, and you had to. If you didn't believe what the Church of England believed, you were persecuted. Literally, I'm not just talking about your family. You got the scarlet letter. You got the axe, bitch. You were dead.
Yeah.
Now there's blood all over Christianity in history, so we're not going to get into those. The Christian Crusades are definitely proof of that.
Yeah.
Look it up. Open up a history book that's not been tainted by Trump.
Yeah.
Christian Crusades, but I ran that clip because it is important to know that you have the right, the God-given and inalienable right, not to believe in God.
Right.
Not to do. Go ahead.
What's interesting about the separation of church and state, which is, the reason that they're separated is typically we would think about how, religion poisons politics.
Yep.
But a lot of times people were the opposite. We're thinking about how politics poisons religion, right? I think it's a mutual contamination. Obviously, if you can dictate the type of religion that someone has and use it to your devices, like you can push policies and stifle debate, right? I guess part of religion is let's be honest, you don't debate it. It's something you accept, something that's told, and especially if the people in charge are telling you, like, this is the way that it is, the way that traditionally religion is practiced, is you don't question it, and that's one of the reasons why. So they don't mix well. If you wanted a government, we wanted a government you could question, and one that you could, say no and correct fairly quickly. Like when someone does something bad, like that's the thing that I'm always thinking about Trump. And maybe the thing that gives us hope is that we can fairly quickly correct most of what this dude is doing. Like, we have the blueprints. We can go back and build it again.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But yeah, if we are at a point where, religious institutions are dictating the way that people vote and the way they behave politically, which is something that is happening at this point.
Oh yeah. What
was it called? The Hatch Act.
Definitely happening.
They are easily, telling people which way to vote, and also campaigning using government institutions. Like, for instance, like with the shutdowns, they're putting Trump propaganda on these websites saying, like, it's the Democrats.
Yeah, Democrats shut down, which is still not working. It's crazy. So, Mark, let me tell you that your internet is going in and out. You're being raptured every now and again. I know the rapture is supposed to happen today, but stay with us. Stay with us. You have to hold in until tomorrow. In case you did not know, they moved the rapture date to today and tomorrow. In case.
Well, let's see. I think that could be my audio. I think my fan is blowing into my mic, but let me play the next video.
Sure.
If you thought that this video that I'm about to show you was gonna pop up in my timeline and that I had no plans of showing it to you, if you thought that, you don't know me. If you thought I wasn't gonna show you this video, check this out.
I am not the best at talking, but even I can say acetaminophen.
That is hardcore proof that there's something wrong with y'all president.
Oh, that's too funny.
I mean, I'm saying that young man has severe cerebral palsy. And
God.
that man said, even I can say acetaminophen. Bless you, brother. I love that man.
That was beautiful.
Just beautiful. Just even I can say acetaminophen. And it's crazy. Go ahead and run the one.
Okay, I got one more.
Good morning, y'all. I'm about to be vulnerable and transparent, but I'm also going to be a little vulgar. So if you don't want to hear the vulgarities, then I suggest that you click off now. I have got to stop eating sour cream and onion potato chips in the middle of the night. I woke up this morning, went to suck dick, and realized I need a colonic. The way my breath was popping on the dick, I couldn't even fucking take it. I need a full detox, okay? I shouldn't put nothing in my system this week except for some lemon, some honey, and some cayenne pepper. I got to clean this whole shit out. I have got to make better middle of the night snack choices, because you can't be eating sour cream and onion potato chips and, ribs and motherfucking chicken wings and all this shit in the middle of the night and then wake up and try to suck dick. He thought I was gagging on the dick. I was about to throw up from the smell. I couldn't even fucking take it. The shit brought tears to my eyes. He thought I was crying. I said, yes, I am crying. I'm emotional. I had to lie and say it's because I love him so much.
I thought you would have.
Oh God, I'm crying because I love you so much.
Listen, don't bad breath. Listen,
that was hilarious.
You just can't do it.
You fuck with sour cream and onion?
No.
I can't take it. I don't like them.
No, it's the combination. I think I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's just something about
sour cream. They used to have that. I could do that.
They still do. I think I can do that. But like, it's amazing how my palate changed. And my poop is, as I get older, your poop changes and your palate changes. Those things.
I don't even like potato chips to me at all. They're always
really.
Yeah.
But you become
you're talking about Pringles. I was like, I think Pringles are nasty.
Your Pringles are nasty.
I don't really like them, no. But
no, does she?
Yeah.
Well, you know what I think is interesting that how your body. So, like, I've started working out like a lot, so my body's changing, and then so like, my poop is changing. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm gonna tell you the one thing I have. So I've learned, and this is so stupid. It took me 53 years to learn this. To chew my food carefully.
Yeah.
I have in the last 2 weeks. I've had so much less indigestion since I've learned the thing to chew my food. Isn't that crazy that I'm 52 years old?
Yeah, me too. It is so fucking true. I remember it was either my grandmother or my great grandmother telling me as a kid to chew, and I was just like, "Fuck that."
and like I'm still like in my 49, 50 years old. I'm fucking getting
so
up.
True,
I'm getting like upper GI work done. You know what I'm saying? And all the fucking doctor had to tell me was a bitch chew your food.
It is so true. It is so true.
I'm enjoying meals now. You know what I mean? Like we're like, and it just started about 2 weeks ago.
I was watching some video about that. Some nutritionist was saying like, you extract more vitamins from your food if you chew it more. And I was just like, really? That's simple. A simple thing like that, like just by mashing it up, like it's like literally your saliva is designed to help break down.
Right. So, because I'm thinking, my stomach was hurting so bad. I think I got stomach cancer or some shit, right? So, I did not realize your poop is not supposed to be hard.
Nope.
No, I was like, okay, I can't wait for my poop to
I would tell you this, because I do one supplement that I take is fiber. So like some of the drinks that you see me drinking, I put like a teaspoon of cellulose, which is like a clear, colorless, flavorless fiber supplement. And it is funny. I told someone this, like, if you have the right consistency of poop, you don't have to push. You literally you sit down and it just comes out.
It just comes out. And that is what's happening. Right? That is what's happening. And it doesn't stink.
Like it's a little vulgar, but like, yeah,
and it doesn't stink. Right. And you don't have to push. So, yeah, I've been giving birth for 52 years. And now
pretty much, I've been a pusher, now I'm a popper.
Yeah, I've been a pusher, right now I'm a pooper, right? I used to be a pusher, now I'm a pooper. And we're going off the rails here.
I know, we're talking about poops.
But no, I'm just like, but that was my girl, Tammy Roman. Catch her on MTV's Caught in the Act.
Okay.
She is an Emmy-winning actress for the Miss Pat show. She started her career at MTV on the first season of The Real World. She's the one that David pulled the blanket off of. David, you tried to rape me. I'm scared. So she was hated for years, but now she's backing up the spiel. Shout out to Tammy Roman. She's a great person to follow. She has great content. And I mean, before you suck the penis, think about what that breath smelling like. And we're gonna go to the bathroom and talk about you.
Well, I got a relationship topic for you. This is one I would typically do for Saturday. For
Wednesday.
I do a lot of relationship stuff
for Wednesday.
For Wednesday, yeah, that's what I meant.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't know when the fuck he's on TV. Listen, he's just out here.
I often hear, and something we talk about is like, past boyfriends of your current relationship. Like, how much do you want to know? And if it is bad, is that bad for your relationship or good for your relationship? Now, typically what I've often heard is people are afraid of people who have had bad relationship experience because they then treat you like they treated their exes, in the sense that they have these expectations, negative expectations or hang-ups or baggage, as we would say, from previous relationships. But this guy is kind of saying, like, maybe it's a good thing.
I agree with him already. I haven't even heard it. I totally agree. You don't think that's a good idea?
Okay, here we go.
Horrible men out here do not make it difficult for good men. To put it more accurately, horrible men actually make it a lot easier for good men out here. And it goes into several kind of biases, including the contrast effect, because you're kind of comparing objectively horrible people to people who aren't that bad. This guy, he put his hands on you, he crashed your car, he don't wipe, he had a baby on you. This guy here, he just can't be sent to the store because he's gonna get all the wrong things. If we had a true neutral, this guy who can't be sent to the grocery store is not good. But compared to this guy, who's a literal supervillain, it's not that bad. Like, if we were to compare your childhood bully to something like Thanos, you know what? Your childhood bully is kind of like a knight in shining armor. That's how you get so many people who are in a relationship who are like, men are awful, but not my man. And it's extremely telling when you ask why you like this person and you have to describe it. It's just like, well, they listen to me and like they care about my feelings. Like, okay, that's not a high bar. But while you shouldn't reward a fish for swimming, if every fish that you encountered thus far has drowned, maybe seeing a fish swim is worth popping some champagne over. I'd never consider myself a good guy, but I do consider myself an anti-horrible guy. Like, if you put me on a spectrum, I'm probably decent. Probably bad leaning decent. But I do feel like horrible men are bad to the point where nobody should have to endure that. And I should not be able to benefit off of the contrast that gives me.
I've never really thought about that, though. Like, the idea that you might benefit from the contrast. Because oftentimes we frame it as, you have the baggage of previous relationships, especially when it comes to trust, right? I mean, that's one thing where if someone's trust has been violated, they may not be able to trust people anymore. And I guess that is a problem.
It's not hard not to be a douche. Listen, it's not. Come on now.
Yes.
Is that where we are? It is that hard not to be a douche.
It's pretty, average guys are looking like knights in shining armor now. Like,
but dude, all you have to do is be honest, upfront. Is it that hard not to be a douche? Have we now entered that part of the Truman Show? Because I feel like all of this is the Truman Show. Are we now in that part that all of this is that thing where the bar is that low? Hey, I'm just not gonna beat him, and I'm not going to lie to him, and he's gonna stay with me forever.
He doesn't let me know about his side pieces,
his dalliances, right?
I know he's got like 3 girlfriends, but I don't know any of them.
I don't know any of them, right?
So there you go. That's so much better. Like, my ex used to fuck like my best friend. So,
and I do agree that sometimes the bar is very low with the situation, but we can change that. We can do better. We can say to ourselves, "Hey, I deserve it," and I think sometimes what we feel like we deserve. I mean,
that's true.
Listen, it is not common, and it's not for all men do not cheat. That is a misnomer. Right. I'm sorry. If you throwing the pussy out both draw legs, he gonna be at home to catch it.
Yeah, I remember. I remember seeing some statistic that there are some men who have very high body counts, right?
Yeah,
and we're talking about like sexual partners and relationships, but on average, it's really low. The number was surprisingly low. And I think the reason why it feels like a surprise is because we often see the bad behavior of people who are hoes.
Wow, were gay men in this?
I don't think so. I think it was.
I was about to say, okay, because by design, I think our body counts.
Yeah, ours is higher, but still, just generally speaking, our perception of what is normal.
So can men in the alphabet soup, can they be faithful and not douchebags?
The funny thing is I might have a topic on that for Wednesday, because that is a very common trope online right now is like, I don't want to be in an open relationship. I don't want to be in an open relationship. You know, repeatedly, all these videos of people saying they don't want to be in an open relationship. And, you know, this content creator was saying, well, why don't y'all get with each other then? Instead of complaining about it.
I think, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, open relationships just as much work as closed relationships.
Yeah,
you just got other bitches to contend with.
Yeah,
and that's the whole thing. Let's not forget, you contending with the person that you care for, love, XYZ, and then you have a tendency of a batch of bitches.
So here, to me, is what I kind of think an open relationship is just being honest about slipping up on monogamy. Because if you're with someone for 30 plus years and you have sex with one or two people in those 30 years, does that mean you're bad at monogamy? Or
no, but I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss.
I will assume. That's the difference is now people want to know. And I think maybe ignorance is bliss. Like maybe you shouldn't know that.
Right.
If someone slips up.
I am perfectly fine.
Especially if you know that they're committed to the relationship and you know they don't want to hurt you, but they made a mistake. You know, like to me, the correct thing is to cauterize the wound and let it heal. Like, do not go there again. Do not see that person again. Do not let that happen again.
Or mind your goddamn business.
Yeah, leave it in the past. Yeah, I don't see where it benefits anyone to be.
It does not. It does not. I'm gonna tell you. But you know what could benefit you? Become a Patreon member.
Yeah, I think we're
www.patreon.com.
Yeah, like if you want to become a patron, we got adult content. I was starting a conversation about the fact that I've been posting some AI generated videos.
I saw the conversation.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling weird about it, but also I'm loving it because I'm going through my photo album and finding these photos and making them dance, and I'm like, oh, this is fun.
I'm gonna need you to. Let me call your mama to just.
Oh God, I love it when they start dancing. They're like, ooh. I always want to see what he would look like moving.
Holy moly, Nakanocious.
But I do tag it as AI generated. And if you haven't seen online right now, Sora 2, it's disturbing. For whatever reason, Michael Jackson is in a lot of these videos. I don't know why. Like
because I think that's when they did the test. They wanted to see. And they wanted to put somebody that's no longer here. So you'll know it. So Calvin says the second season of The Real World was either in Chicago or New York. It was New York. Yeah.
Okay.
Pedro was the second season. I think so. It UK's next top daddy. You my man. Happy birthday to your partner again, Top Daddy. I appreciate that. Yeah. It depends on why you have an open relationship. Husband and I are open because we are not sexually compatible, but together 14 years. That's fair.
Yeah.
And this way, sex don't get boring. I bet.
That's the point is that by definition, straight people are kind of more sexually compatible. Although there are like kinky, vanilla straight couples where, girl wants to get choked and dude does not want to choke his girlfriend.
We had a topic like that last year. She wanted to. Was that the same one with the sex spreadsheet? I think it was.
That was pretty interesting because one of them wanted more sex than the other. I think the guy wanted more sex, and
she had a spreadsheet. She was like,
how many times he initiated sex and how often she turned him down.
Correctamundo.
Oof, that's awful.
Correctamundo. Well, it is. We have come to the hour mark, and it is Monday. I gotta run my ass out of here. But
appreciate you.
I loved your pink shirt. It reset my day. Thank you.
That's great. And everybody turn on notifications so you know when we go live, and follow us on social media.
Yes, follow us on YouTube, or guess what?
Meet Divine live.
Yeah, Whoa.
We got to get a placard for that now.
I know. But have you been? Have you been to it? It's great.
Yes, it is really cool.
Ooh, she did a
And
good job.
you know, I'm going to make sure that
And
we
she
keep it
was-
updated.
and she was-
yeah.
Right,
I'm gonna,
and she was cheap. I like cheap.
But,
No, I'm serious because like I priced it out with someone else. You know, the price somebody else gave me was $2,600.
oh shit!
I was
Yeah,
like,
I've
my
heard that
nuts.
before,
I was like,
yeah.
my nuts, right? My nuts. And that's what I'm saying. So tomorrow we'll be right back here. Same bat channel, same bat station. My man Swag for Life. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. www.mailmediamindlive.com. You see how I did that there? And it
Yes.
will drive you to YouTube.
Yes.
We all have our own little placards. Wednesday, catch Malcolm, 7 p.m. Thursday, we're still doing the Thursday throwbacks
Yes.
until Cream Diggler gets back to do the Diggler Digest. Fridays, catch Two Grooms in a Pod. Cream and his husband.
The last one was hilarious though with the wigs.
Yeah, it was with the wigs and the rest of it. Now I don't know how. Like I don't think it's the. I don't necessarily agree. I don't think the server had to apologize as well. If the manager apologized, I don't think the server had to apologize.
Oh yeah.
I think that was a bit overkill. And Saturdays, I'll be running you a rerun this Saturday because I'm going to be at a meeting. So this Saturday, tune in for the best of the Saturday Sit
Oh
Down.
yeah, because you're gonna be out, man.
Right. Unless you want to
And
host,
then,
it. You want to do a live show.
No.
I know nobody wants to do it. And then
Sunday.
Sundays, 5 p.m. Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
5 p.m. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we will catch you in the next one.
We've been doing this like a long time. We talk like podcast people. We're like, yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.